Game 2 of our series in Northwest Arkansas, and we're joined by yesterday's starting and winning pitcher Kevin Pucetas, who became the first Rough Riders starter to go 5 innings and also to earn a win in terms of a decision. How'd you feel yesterday? First question for you.
Felt really good out there. Was able to get into a comfort zone. I knew I had a good job to do out there because, we had played a little bit of an extra inning game. Our pitching, was kind of used up there for a little bit. So I knew that, I took it a challenge upon myself to, go deep in the game. I would have liked to go on 6, and give those guys a little bit more of a blow out there. But, 5 at the end of the day, was good enough to get the job done for us. And that's all I tried to do yesterday was just eat up those innings.
I think one of the most effective things, especially early on, I don't think it was until the 3rd that you threw a first pitch ball. That really seemed to give you positive momentum moving forward. And I think against a lineup, maybe that gets into hitters' heads. Do you feel the same way?
Yes, absolutely. I think, if you set the tone being very aggressive, everybody in the ballpark feeds off of it. Not only our defenders, but, our coaching staff, hitters as well. Everyone sees that aggression and, working fast with a good tempo and, just being aggressive and going right after guys. I think, everybody really likes to see that. And, Jeff preaches that to our pitching staff on a daily basis. Hey, let's go strike 1, strike 2, not just strike 1. And he takes a lot of pride in that, and so do I.
As far as debuts, in terms of organizational debut for you, you probably couldn't have asked for a whole lot better, getting the win there and only giving up a couple of runs and really just high-quality pitches executing. You must have been happy just because starting with a new organization, it probably can be a little bit of another mental hurdle to climb over.
Absolutely. Everybody wants to make a good first impression because it is a lasting impression. And, I felt like I had a really strong spring with Texas. Everybody here has been great so far. There's a lot of knowledge, I know, in our dugout as far as on the managerial and coaching side, and I'm just trying to soak up from them, and hopefully take that next step in my development, next step in my career. I've seen and heard a lot of things, since I've been playing. But the minute that you think that you know it all, you always see or learn something new. So that's kind of the approach that I'm taking. And also, I also want to be an example, especially with some of the younger pitchers that we have on this team. And I take a lot of pride in that, too, as being one of those guys that kind of show by example. And I think if I can continue to do that and, the rest of them will kind of follow suit.
You said something that's interesting in the beginning part of that answer about the veteran coaching and managerial experience, big league experience that Boo has, Jason Hart has as well, and also with the tremendous experience coaching that Jeff Andrews has. As a veteran, how important is that for you to buy into a manager or pitching coach, what he says, because they have that experience behind it?
Well, anytime that you can get some guys with that kind of track record around, Jeff has an extensive, track record. He's been here for a while. It's really, really, really beneficial for us because they're accessible, but you can go and ask them questions because they've been there. They've been somewhere that I have not, and that's kind of one of the very, very, very rewarding things in this game is there's so many great baseball minds that you just get to be around on a daily basis. And if you can just take a couple ounces of anything from those guys, you can't help but to get better, not only as a baseball player, but as a person as well, and they are both consummate professionals, and I take a lot of pride in being, a very good professional, and, that's about it as far as that goes.
This is your 4th organization you've been with. You signed with the Rangers in the offseason, previously actually with this Royals organization a couple of years ago as part of the trade. Sam came up with the Giants, also was with the Nationals last year. What led your decision into signing with the Rangers in the offseason?
They came at me pretty hard. Early in the season, they expressed interest in, wanting to sign me, and I went down to winter ball and, was playing winter ball again in the Dominican Republic. Had a real strong winter ball showing, and, they kind of circled back around and said, hey, we'd really like you to join this organization because we think that you can help us out, from a starting depth, perspective. And I really liked everything that they were preaching as far as their development of pitching. And, everyone knows that Nolan Ryan was a vital cog in that. And just everything just kind of fit. I was in spring training surprise where I'd been before, very familiar with the facility. I have a comfort zone there in Arizona. You know, I've had almost all my camps in Arizona thus far in my career, so that was a good fit. And also, you know, getting to be in Texas, you know, in either Frisco or Round Rock. You know, Round Rock I had pitched in before and like it as a good place to pitch. And, you know, just a lot of familiarity, you know, without being too familiar, I guess you could say. But I thought it was the best fit out of everything that was, you know, presented to me in the offseason. And I'm really happy with the way things have gone thus far up to this point. And, I mean, it's just been a great deal of fun, and I really enjoy being here.
Well, one start in, already paying dividends for you and for the Rangers. So congratulations on the outing yesterday. Thanks a lot for the time.
I appreciate it, Alex. Thank you.
It's Kevin Pucetas. We're back after this on the Frisco Rough Riders Baseball Network.